Once upon a time, in an African kingdom called Juba, there lived a young girl named Amina. Unlike the Cinderella of European tales, Amina's story was rooted in the rich traditions and vibrant culture of her homeland. Amina was known for her beauty, her deep brown skin glowing under the sun and her eyes which sparkle like the night sky. But beneath her beauty lay a heart weighed down by sorrow. Amina's mother had passed away when she was just a child, and her father, a kind and gentle man, had remarried a woman named Alika. Alika brought with her two daughters, Adanna and Kelechi, who were as cruel as they were beautiful. Amina's father, once filled of love and laughter, had grown distant and cold under Alika's influence. He hardly noticed the suffering of his daughter, who was forced to do all the house chores while her stepsisters lived a life of luxury. One fateful day, news spread throughout the kingdom that Prince Obinna was hosting a grand festival to choose a bride. The festival was to be the event of the year, with young women from all corners of the kingdom attending in the hopes of winning the prince's heart. Adanna and Kelechi were beside themselves with excitement, each determined to outshine the other. Amina too dreamed of attending the festival, but her stepmother forbade her from going, reminding her of her place in the household. Heartbroken, Amina watched as her stepsisters prepared for the event, their laughter echoing through the house. As the day of the festival approached, Amina's sadness deepened. On the night of the event, she sat alone under a tree, tears streaming down her face. Suddenly, the wind began to swell, and from the shadows emerged an elderly woman in a traditional beads and clothes. She was Mama Eke, an elderly and a powerful seer known through the kingdom. Mama Eke, sensing Amina's despair, approached her with a kind smile. She listened to Amina's troubles and with a wave of her hand summoned a shining cloth that transformed Amina's tattered rags into a magnificent gown. The gown was made of rich, colorful fabric that sparkles like the stars, and a golden gele adorned her head. Mama Eke also handed Amina a pair of sandals made from the finest leather, but she warned her, "These sandals are enchanted. They will carry you to the festival, but you must return before the last drum beats at midnight, or they will lose their magic." Amina, filled with joy and gratitude, thanked Mama Eke and quickly made her way to the festival. As she arrived, all eyes turned to her. The crowd parted as she walked through, her beauty and grace mesmerizing everyone, including Prince Obinna. The prince, struck by her presence, immediately asked her to dance. Adanna and Kelechi, unaware that the mysterious beauty was their stepsister, sighed with jealousy as they watched her dance with the prince. Amina and the prince danced the night away, lost in each other's company. The festival was filled with music, laughter, and celebration. But as the night wore on, Amina suddenly remembered Mama Eke's warning. The sound of drums began to fill the air as midnight approached. Amina, realizing she had little time left, pulled away from the prince and ran from the festival, leaving the prince confused and desperate to know who she was. "Wait! Please come back. I don't even know your name. How will I find you?" says the prince. In her haste, Amina lost one of her enchanted sandals, which the prince picked up as she disappeared into the night. The next morning, the entire kingdom buzzed with the news of a mysterious woman who had captured the prince's heart. Prince Obinna, determined to find her, announced that he will visit every household in the kingdom until he found the woman who fits the sandal. Meanwhile, Amina's life returned to its usual misery. Her stepsisters mocked her as they bragged about their time at the festival, never suspecting that Amina was the woman who had danced with the prince. But Amina held on to the memory of the night, knowing it was something they could never take from her. Days later, the prince began his search. He visited house after house, but no one could fit the sandal. When he eventually arrived at Amina's home, Adana and Kelechi eagerly pushed forward to try on the sandal, but it was too small for both of them. The prince, disheartened, was about to leave when Amina shyly stepped forward. Her stepmother and stepsisters tried to stop her, but the prince insisted she would be allowed to try. Amina slowly slid her foot into the sandal, and to everyone's amazement, it fit perfectly. The prince looked up at her in astonishment. Recognizing the woman he had danced with, he immediately declared his love for her, and Amina, with tears of joy in her eyes, accepted. Her stepmother and stepsisters, filled with envy and regret, could only watch as the prince took Amina's hand and led her away to the palace. But the story does not end there. On their wedding day, as the kingdom celebrated, Mama Eke appeared once more. She revealed to the prince and the gathered guests the true nature of Amina's family and the hardships she had endured. The prince, moved by her strength and grace, promised to rule the kingdom with kindness and justice, ensuring that no one will ever suffer as Amina had. Amina's stepmother and stepsisters, humbled by their own actions, begged for her forgiveness. Amina, with her pure heart, forgave them, but they were sent away to live modest lives, learning the value of hard work and humanity. And so, Amina and Prince Obinna ruled together, their love bringing prosperity and happiness to the kingdom. The tale of African Cinderella was passed down through generations, a story of hope, resilience, and the belief that true beauty comes from within. Please make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you.